We have already learned the basics of vectors. Now it's time to apply those concepts, which is very essential to develop understanding of the subject. So in this video, we'll solve a few carefully chosen questions. Through these questions, you'll learn how to add and subtract vectors, find the magnitude of the resultant vector, and also determine its direction. As we solve these questions, I'll explain not just the steps, but also the thinking behind them so that you can tackle similar questions on your own. Let's start with our first question. Given a equals 4 units and b equals 3 units, we have to find a vector plus b vector and a vector minus b vector. The values of a and b given are just the magnitudes of these vectors, and their direction along with the angle between them are shown in the diagram. So to find a vector plus b vector basically means finding the resultant. The magnitude of the resultant can be easily found by using the formula r equals under root a squared plus b squared plus 2ab cos theta. We substitute the values of a and b and also theta, which is basically the angle between them, to get under root 4 squared plus 3 squared plus 2 times 4 times 3 times cos 60 degrees. 4 squared is 16, 3 squared is 9, and 2 times 4 times 3 is 24. And we know the value of cos 60 degrees is 1/2. So finally, we get the answer 25 plus 12, which is square root of 37 units. This is just the magnitude, but our work doesn't end here. As resultant itself is a vector quantity, we must specify both its magnitude as well as direction, and then only our answer will be complete. Direction in this case, we will represent by taking the angle of resultant with a vector. As a is already given to us, we know where it is, and with respect to that, we can also know where the resultant will be directed towards if we can find the angle between them. Let's first draw the resultant using the parallelogram law, and then we use the formula for tan alpha to calculate the angle between the resultant and a vector. Substituting the respective values, we get 3 sin 60 degrees divided by 4 plus 3 cos 60 degrees. Substituting the values of sin 60 and cos 60 as we know them, which are root 3 by 2 and 1/2, we get 3 multiplied by root 3 by 2 divided by 4 plus 3 multiplied by 1/2. So here we will cross multiply 2 in the denominator and write the denominator as 8 plus 3. The 2 will get cancelled out with the 2 which is there in the numerator. So the final answer will be 3 root 3 divided by 8 plus 3. We have written root 3 as 1.73 by substituting its value, and then the final answer is 5.19 divided by 11, which gives us tan alpha equals 0.472. Now alpha can be written as tan inverse of 0.472, and when we find the value of this, for which we can use a calculator, we get the answer 25.3 degrees. So now we say that a vector plus b vector equals root 37 units, and it is directed at an angle of 25.3 degrees from a vector. We will repeat a similar process to find a vector minus b vector. Its resultant can be calculated using a similar formula, which is s equals under root a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos theta. Substituting the values again, we get 4 squared plus 3 squared minus 2 times 4 times 3 times cos 60 degrees. Again we put the cos 60 as 1 by 2 to get 16 plus 9 minus 24 multiplied by 1/2. First we will divide the 24 to write it as 25 minus 12, which gives us answer now root 13. And for the direction again, we can use a similar formula, tan alpha equal to b sin theta divided by a minus b cos theta. Putting the values here, again we have 3 multiplied by root 3 by 2 divided by 4 minus 3 into 1/2. Cross multiplied in the denominator and cancelled out the 2, and substituted the value of root 3 as 1.73 to get the final answer 1.04 for tan alpha. Now alpha can be written as tan inverse 1.04, which is 46.1 degrees. So again we say here that a vector minus b vector has magnitude of root 13 units, and it is directed at an angle of 46.1 degrees. Now here the diagram for a minus b vector is drawn as like this. So basically finding a minus b vector just means that we have to add a vector and minus b vector. If you would like to know how this process is done, watch my full video on vector addition. Now let's move on to the second question. For what angle between a and b, magnitude of a vector plus b vector equals magnitude of a vector minus b vector? Consider this equation. Now we can use the respective formulas for addition and subtraction of two vectors which we have already used previously. Squaring both sides, we get a squared plus b squared plus 2ab cos theta equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos theta. Now we can just cancel out a squared and b squared from both sides. So we are remaining with 2ab cos theta equals minus 2ab cos theta. Adding 2ab cos theta to both sides, we have 4ab cos theta equal to 0. Dividing the equation by 4ab, we are left with cos theta equals 0. And at what angle the cosine function takes the value of 0? That's at 90 degrees. So that's our final answer. We can remember this question as an important property that if two vectors are perpendicular, then the magnitude of their addition and subtraction will be equal. I hope these questions helped you understand how to add vectors and find the magnitude and direction of the resultant. Remember, don't just memorize the formulas, focus on the reasoning behind each step. Try solving these questions once again on your own, and if you found this video helpful, do like, share and subscribe to SK Concepts. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.